Welcome everyone. This video will review some of the basics of Google Sheets. Please keep in mind that as you review for the Google Level 1 exam, the tools are important, but how we're going to use those to enhance student learning is really the goal of becoming a Google certified educator. So please always keep that in the back of your mind. So how do you create a Google Sheet? Several different ways. You can go to Google Drive. This is my preferred method, and I detail that in the Docs video if you haven't watched that already, but you can go to New and then go to Google Sheets. You can also go to sheets.google.com, or you can press the 9 square grid and go to Sheets there. I've already created a sheet for this video, and you can see it right here. Once you've arrived at your Google Sheet, you can share the sheet the same way that you shared a doc. And again, if you're not familiar with that process, please go back and watch the Docs video as it is covered in great detail there. But you can share this sheet the exact same way that you shared a doc. Once you have arrived at your spreadsheet, some basic information that you need to know. This is a column. So this is a column, column A. This is a row. This is row 1. So columns are up and down or vertical, and rows are horizontal. Where they meet is a cell, that is cell A1. Cells can be formatted in a number of ways. You can see that I've clicked on cell A1, and if I type this is an example title, I can see that that will expand beyond cell A1. So I can do a couple of things. I could change the size of the cell, or I can go to format, and here I have all the formatting options that are available to me. One of them is called text wrapping, so I can wrap that, and now notice the cell contents will be wrapped onto the next line. And here I also have the ability to do things like bold, italicize, strike through, change the color, change the background color, lots of things you can do in terms of formatting the cell. Most of them are found on the toolbar right here or under the format option. Okay, let's talk about sorting information. You can see here that I have two random sequences of numbers. Both contain numbers from 1 to 10, but they're not in the correct order. So let's take column A. I'm just going to highlight all of that, and then I'm going to go to Data, and then I'm going to go to Sort Range right here. And I'm going to select that the data has a header row, and that means it has a title right here. So if you don't have a title in your first row, you wouldn't select that. And then I have the ability to select either ascending, so lowest to highest, or descending, highest to lowest. So let's say that I want them 1 to 10. I'm going to select Sort, and now notice they are sorted in the correct order. I can obviously complete the operation with the second column as well. You can do the same thing for text. Now here I have students' names, first and last. I'm going to do this a little bit differently. I'm going to highlight both columns, because if I don't, I'm just going to end up sorting the first or the last name, and I want them to go together. So I'm going to say, again, Data, Sort Range, and then this time I am going to choose it as a header row again, and I'm going to sort by the last name. And let's say that I want them in reverse alphabetical order. I will select Ascending and select Sort. And now notice that Vestry is first and Denman is last. I can also do the same thing with dates. So I have random dates right here from the current date all the way until I think October. And again, same process. I'm going to select this. I'm going to select data, not format, data, and then select sort range. And I'm going to choose it has a header row, and I'm going to go descending order. And so notice that December 24th is at the top, and the current date is at the bottom. Okay, let's learn how to use Google Sheets to quickly and easily sum a group of numbers. You can see that I have 10 numbers right here. And if I click on cell 12, I have the sigma up here, functions, and then I can select sum, and it will give me the formula automatically. It will say equals sum parentheses. I just have to left click, hold down, and drag and fill this in, and I can press enter. And there's the sum of all of those numbers. Similar to the sum, you can quickly and easily select the average. So again, I have 10 numbers right here. This time I'm going to go back to the sigma, and I'm going to select average. And again, notice it types the formula in for me, equals average, parentheses. I just have to fill those parentheses in by left clicking, holding down, and dragging. And there is the average. So the average for those numbers is 5. Okay, here's a fun one. Let's say that you have a group of numbers and some of them are repeated multiple times and you want only the unique values. You can again go back to the sigma and you can select all this time, and notice all of the functions are in Google Sheets, and we're going to go all the way to the bottom because we're looking for unique, and there it is, unique. And I then highlight the range again, left click, hold down, and drag, press enter, and it shows me the numbers that are unique in that range. Okay, let's say that you have a large data set and you want to know how many individual values are in that data set. You can again use the function, and this time we're going to go back to all, and we're looking for one called count. Right there it is, count. And again, I get the formula with the parentheses, and I fill in the parentheses by left clicking, holding down, and dragging, pressing enter, and it will tell me there are 10 values in that data set. Okay, this one's a little bit more complicated, but shows you some of the power of Google Sheets. I'm going to type this one in manually. I'm going to have the equal sign. That tells Google that I want a formula. If, that's the formula, if. So what do I want it to equal? If A2, so I click on A2, if that equals 2, I'm going to put a comma, then the student passed. And that has to be in quotes, and then another comma. What happens if they didn't get a 2? They need to retake. So I'm going to type retake, put my right parentheses, And notice it says that student passed. If I left click here, I can click this little blue box and I can drag down, and I will see all the ones say retake and all the twos say pass. Okay, let's create a pie chart. Here we have dog people, cat people, other pets, and no pets. I'm going to select both the title and the numbers associated with that. And then I'm going to go to insert right here, insert, and then chart. And from there, I'm going to select a pie chart, which is actually the default. So I have created my pie chart. Let's create a line chart that tracks Timmy and Susie's performance across these 4 quizzes. I'm going to highlight all this information. I'm then going to select insert again, insert and chart. And from there, I will need to change the option to a line chart right here. So I'm going to select line chart. And there I can see Timmy and Susie's overall performance. But let's go to customize, and we're going to go to series. And from there, we're going to locate trend line, and that will show me their overall trend. Now, in this case, it's pretty obvious what their trend is, but that is something you might want to add. Once you have a chart, there's a lot you can do with it. If I click on the chart, I can select the 3 dots right here, and I can select move to its own sheet. And then it will move to its own sheet, and I can see that the data and the chart are now separated. Once I have the chart, I can then copy that chart, and I can move it either to a doc or a slideshow, same process, and I can paste that and make sure to link it right here, and then click paste. And anytime the chart is updated, it will automatically be updated any place that it is pasted. So you want to publish this chart to the web. All you have to do is go to File and then Publish to the web, File and then Publish to the web. And from there you can select that what you would like to publish. So I don't want to publish the entire document. I can publish just the pie chart, and I can make it into a web page, and I can select Publish, and then I will have to click OK. And now I have a web address, and I can copy that web address. I can email it to anyone. I can send it to anyone. I could also post it in Canvas. If you decide that you no longer want to publish that, you simply need to go back to File and then Publish to the web, and you can select Stop Publishing, and you can click OK, and the document will no longer be published as a website. Alternatively, if you have something that you would like to protect, if you're sharing this document and I want to protect this document, I can select the down arrow right here, and I can select Protect Sheet, and I can enter a description, and from there I can then choose what I want to protect. So I'm going to protect this entire sheet, and I'm going to set the permissions. So the only person who can edit this is me. If I have other people who I would like to edit, I can choose from the list of people that I have shared with. So that allows me to protect a sheet. I can also protect just a certain range. So let's say that I go to unique and I want to protect just this range right here. I can select data, and then I can select protected sheets and ranges. And I can choose just this range right here. And notice it's already doing that by default because I've selected those cells, and I can say set permission. And again, I'm setting it so that only I can edit those. So if I share this sheet with someone else, no one else is going to be able to change those 4 cells. I'm the only person that can change those. Google Sheets has so many uses for class rosters, gradebooks, project planning. The uses are really infinite. But again, the tool is important. Think about how you want to use it to enhance learning.